Good afternoon. So last class we started with the Indian national movement and Gandhiji, and I just gave you an introduction regarding the class. I hope I gave you the introduction and the methods which was followed by, 1915 onwards by implemented by Gandhiji, and also we started talking about the circumstances leading a concept called non-cooperation movement, that is in 1920. So we were talking about the few causes I think we were discussing. So in that I hope last class the first and foremost causes for uh, the circumstances of to launch the non-cooperation movement, that was a Rowlatt Act. So which last class we had seen who passed the Rowlatt Act, when it was passed, and what do you mean by Rowlatt Act, and why Rowlatt Act is known as Black Act. So all this we had discussed in the previous class. So today's class I just want to start up with the second one of the most important incident in Indian national movement, so which took place in 1919, which everybody, we all know about that. That is nothing but that is Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, one of the most important incident or a tragedy which took place in Indian national movement at the time of the Gandhiji when he started the national movement, and at the same time Jallianwala Bagh tragedy is the one of the most important cause or circumstances which led the non-cooperation movement to be started by Gandhiji. So here just I have written an incident, and it should be like a paragraph itself. It should not go with the, because it's a tragedy. Okay, we cannot write it point wise. We are not supposed to. So you have to go with the tragedy like this. Complete the tragedy is being narrated here. So when I talk about this Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, majorly, the first thing is what is the reason to start this Jallianwala Bagh tragedy? So that will be one of the, reasons. Then we will talk about Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. Then we will come to the results. So when we talk about the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, which took place in 1919, the reasons, if you see, the first and foremost, the important reason, the reason is in India, when Gandhiji entered the Indian national movement, the self-government, so concept of the self-government, so in India, it was almost, from the 1885, that is from the moment the INC was started, the concept of self-government was just, it was traveling in India. Okay, so it was just traveling in India, and there was, it was need of a situation where this self-government demand can be taken to the British government with a strong, reason. Okay, so like that, when it was looking for such situation, so Jallianwala Bagh tragedy becomes the one of the incident, very strong reason to start this, to demand the self-government. So this is the first reason. The major reason was that is self-government. The concept of self-government, they wanted to reach the British people. That was the one reason. The second reason, if you see, that was the major reason for the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy was that is Rowlatt Act. So when Rowlatt Act, when it was introduced, so Gandhiji had protested against the Rowlatt Act to ban the Rowlatt Act. So when Gandhiji started the Rowlatt Act protest in India, so many places in India they stood for the Rowlatt Act. So such a protest when it was taking place, which turned into a tragedy. So that was Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. There is a second reason. Second reason was that is Gandhiji's protest against the Rowlatt Act. And the third reason was, very important reason is, for the first time in India, when Gandhiji entered the national movement, uh, movement continued with one method, that was prayer and fasting. Before that we had, before 1915, we had various methods. Like one group had the revolutionary methods, one group had constitutional, so like the different methods. But for the first time in India, we started to recognize a national movement with a constitutional method, that was prayer and fasting. So that was one of the, Jallianwala Walla Bagh tragedy also one of the reason, we can see. Then keeping these three reasons, so we will just get into the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. So when we talk about the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, so Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, so it took place on 13th April, so 1919. Okay. So where it took place? It took place in a place called Amritsar. Okay. So Amritsar. So this particular Jallianwala Bagh tragedy on 13th April 1919 in Amritsar. So where it took place? It took place in a small garden. Okay, the small garden by name Jallianwala Bagh. So Jallianwala Bagh, actually it's the name of a garden. So in this particular garden, the people of Amritsar, they had gathered, like women, children, and all the villagers. So like that, they had arranged a peaceful general meeting. They arranged in this particular garden. When this particular meeting, when it was arranged by these people, so during that time there was a proclamation on 12th April by a General Dyer. What was the proclamation? Means forbade public meetings and the processions. That means in India, no public meetings and the processions should take place in India. So that was a proclamation which was given by General Dyer on 12th April. Okay. So that that proclamation which was given by a General Dyer, so that was not known to the people of Amritsar. Okay, they were not knowing it. So without the knowledge of this General Dyer's proclamation, these people had arranged a peaceful general meeting in this particular garden. Okay, so when General Dyer, when he came to know, the people of Amritsar in this Jallianwala Bagh garden, so they have arranged a meeting. So they have gathered there to protest against the British government, against the Rowlatt Act. So General Dyer got angry. Okay, because he has given an order, or he has given a proclamation that no meetings, no procession should take place in India, but the people of Amritsar has gone against the order of General Dyer. So keeping this in mind, General Dyer, so what he did, he came with his troops. Okay, he came with his troops, he entered the garden, and this Jallianwala Bagh garden was having only one entrance, one big entrance. So that particular one exit or one entrance, completely it was locked, and he ordered his troops to fire on the crowd without a warning shot. So when the firing, when it was ordered and when the troops started to fire, the people started running, here and there, and completely the entrance was blocked. And almost the 10 minutes, the firing on the crowd, or the fired on the crowd for 10 minutes by the troops of British government. So after 10 minutes, if we see, so Jallianwala Bagh garden, that the peaceful gathering or peaceful meeting which was arranged by the people of Amritsar, it turned into a large number of peoples were killed. Okay, large number of peoples, and almost 1,500 people were wounded. Okay, 1,500 people were wounded. So this was the result. When Gandhiji came to know that Jallianwala Bagh tragedy has taken place and many people are killed and many are wounded, so immediately, so Gandhiji arranged a session in Nagpur in 1920. Okay, so in this session, he called all the INC leader and he passed a resolution that he is going to launch a non-cooperation movement in India, and that non-cooperation movement will be having, these are the programs and plans. That when we talk about the non-cooperation movement, so he will come to know what are the programs and the plans. But after this tragedy, Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, the complete, especially the North India, the Punjab or Amritsar, so completely it was, it was very difficult for a British government to control particularly the people of Amritsar and the people of Punjab. So that is the reason. So they introduced many acts, okay, in order to control the people of the Punjab or the people of Amritsar. So in that, if any people protest against this Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, so they were punished with the various act. So in that, crawling the street. So one act was introduced by an the British government. So where if the people protest against the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy or Jallianwala Bagh incident, they are asked to follow the crawling street act. So where the people were punished under this crawling street. Crawling street means, if you see in the military training and all, by using the elbows and the knees, okay, they used to crawl. So like that, the punishments were given for the people. So that's the one of the tragedy, Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, so which we are having it. So like this, so Jallianwala Bagh tragedy so becomes the one of the most important incident for an start of non-cooperation movement, or the circumstances leading to the non-cooperation movement. So it's very important, especially the date and the General Dyer. So all this, the incidents are very important. So just have it. So next we are having, so that is the third, one of the, circumstances which led to the non-cooperation movement. That was Khilafat movement, which took place in March 1919. Okay, so March, so 1919, a Khilafat movement was started in India. So when we talk about the Khilafat movement in India, or when we say about the Khilafat movement in India, so this movement was started in 1919 by Islamic leaders who are called as Ali brothers. Okay, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, that's our names, and they were brothers. So the movement was organized by Ali brothers, that is Muhammad Ali and the Shaukat Ali. So what was the main aim of this Khilafat movement? If you see, the main aim of this movement was to protest against the injustice done to the Turk Khalifa. Khalifa means, or Caliph means, that is, the head of the Muslim, okay, religion. They are called as a head of the Muslim religion, like leaders. They are called as Caliph. Okay, so in order to protest against injustice done by a British in Turk, okay, they were neglected, and completely they were not respected by the British government in a Turk of this particular caliphs or nobles of Islamic leaders. So that is the reason. So in order to give a respect and give a justice to the caliph, so the protest was started by an Ali brothers in India against the British government. So when this movement was started, so Gandhiji and INC leaders also voluntarily they gave support to this Khilafat movement. Okay, so when the volunteer support, when it was given by Gandhiji and given by an INC, to this Khilafat movement, so by this, one of the most important advantage, we had it in Indian national movement, which is a part 2 and a non-cooperation movement. So that was, it strengthened the national feelings. That means when Ali brothers, when they were impressed by Gandhiji's and INC support to this Khilafat movement, this Ali brothers and the people who were supporting this Ali brothers, in India, they gave complete support to the Gandhiji in the Indian national movement. So that gave a strength of a national feeling among Indians. And second thing is, basically Ali brothers, they are Islamic, and here the Hindu. So both Hindu and the Muslims, the unity also became little bit stronger after the Khilafat movement. Okay, and the third one we are having a fresh air of political awakening. Fresh air means, now with Gandhiji, a new political awakening with the non-cooperation movement started to take place. Something new which was not there till 1915, but in 1920 we started to see. That is nothing but a political awakening with the non-cooperation movement. Okay, so next class, so we will go with the keeping these three circumstances in Nagpur session in 1920. So Gandhiji passed a resolution, that is the launch of non-cooperation movement, and he gave all the programs and the plans. So what are the things has to be followed? So next class we will see the non-cooperation movement, when it started, who started, what are its programs and the plan. After after starting the non-cooperation movement, what are the changes have taken place? So all these things we are going to see. So like this, so Gandhiji keeping Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, Khilafat movement, so he began his national movement under the title called non-cooperation movement in 1920. So next class we will see, so what is the non-cooperation movement and what are the programs and the plans and all, we are going to see it in the next class. So just go through it once you refer the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy and Khilafat movement, so even in a textbook. Thank you.